thanks for coming today. Let me go show you how we do things. This is our volunteer center. And the first thing you want to do is there's a sign-up sheet here where you put your date, your name, the date, the time that you came in, and then you're going to sign out.
Okay.
And then after that, what we're going to do is you're going to go into the administration building and check out a key to open up the kennel gates. So after you sign in, you're going to go into the administration building to go check out a key, because all of the kennel gates have a key for the dogs. And come in here. And then what you'll do is you're going to be handing in your car keys, and then they'll check out a kennel gate key for you. And then when you're done, you bring back the kennel gate key, and they'll give you back your car keys.
Yeah.
Okay. After you get your key, what you want to do, come on in. This should always be kept shut, by the way. I don't know why it's not, but I'm going to go ahead and shut it. And then we go into this building over here. In this room to the right is going to be where all of our supplies are. So the first thing you want to make sure you always do is have a poop bag. I'm going to be showing you our little walk path for a lot of our newbies. Half of that property belongs to Kiewit, so we want to make sure they're nice enough to let us use that area. We want to make sure to keep it clean. This is where the leashes are. You're welcome to these, but what I always say is, if you think that you're going to be a regular walker for whatever your definition of regular is for you, just go ahead and get yourself a leash from Amazon that feels good to you, that you could trust, because some of these are kind of flimsy. They're all donated, so at some point everyone just kind of gets their own leash. So this is our walk board, and today is Sunday, and as you can see, all the dogs pretty much have been walked. What we do is we put our name, and then the time we first put our name on there, take the dog out, and then the time that we take them back is when we mark, so that we know when they last got out. So you know, if there's a blank space, that tells me that that dog hasn't been gone out at all. And then these colors right here signify the greens are pretty much the easy dogs for the newer people. Yellow are kind of intermediary dogs, and then the reds are just hard to gear up, or they might be leash reactive, and we want to kind of keep that to the longer term volunteers, so that our newer people can practice on the easier dogs. So all the dogs have gotten walked. I know, just knowing him, Yogi's out. Who should I get? We'll try Myra. Looks like the last time she was out was 11:17 this morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my name, Jay, and then when I come back and bring her back, I'll put the time. So we'll go ahead and check out. Again, thanks for volunteering. Watch your step with the hose. So this is the part that is really the most crucial part, which is going in and out of these kennel gates, so that the dogs don't escape. When dogs escape, bad things that happen. They can get into a fight with another dog, or they can get loose on the street. So this is where you get this down right, the dogs won't escape. So I have a whole technique to do this. First thing I do, I used to, because I wanted the dogs to like me, I would do things like, hey Myra, how you doing, girl? All I would do is hype up the dog. So the first thing I do is I just kind of go sideways, keep her nice and calm. She's nice and calm anyway. But rather than hype them up, I want them to be just nice and calm. And then what you're gonna do, this is their gear. We're gonna have, I'll show you how to use this in a moment, but they're all gonna have a harness and then they're gonna have a martingale collar. So what I'm gonna do, I might swing this over here to kind of get myself set up. Is that ready? Now when you're going in, get the dog, you always want to make sure the gate is opening in versus out. If you open it out, they can escape. So this gate's gonna swing open like this. So I'm gonna kind of take my knee and kind of move her out of the way. And then I do this. And if you notice, what I didn't do right away is do this. What I want to do is do this and this. I have both hands doing something. My foot has that, is securing this gate, and then this thing is just kind of stuck. So I don't even have to look at the dog or this gate. I know that if I do this, it's nice and secure. So she can jump all she wants, and and I have it nice and secure. When she's finally calm and I think I have everything under control, then I can do this. And then you want to put this padlock, because if you don't, you want to put a padlock in there. If you don't, they're going to jump up, they're going to hit this, and they're going to be gone. And then part of the reason I do this too, where I'm securing this first without putting this on, is if you have a jumpy dog and you happen to miss this, they jump on this, they're gone. So the first thing I do is, again, my foot is down there, my body's in front, both hands are doing something, and this thing is right up against this post, nice and solid. She can jump all she wants, and I have it under control. And then, once I have it under control, I'm gonna put that on. I'm gonna put a padlock so it doesn't flip up. And then I can pet my dog, no rush. When I was new, I used to rush this whole process, just nice and slow, take your time. First thing we want to do is put on the martingale, and I'll show you outside in more detail how to put this on. But when I put on a dog, I try not to hover. I try to be on her side so I'm not intimidating in any way. And plus, if she tries to kiss me, I have my hand up so you don't get a hard kiss on your face or something. Then I pet her, make sure that this is nice and secure, and then you're going to put on the harness. I'll show you outside in more detail how to put this on. And again, you're seeing me, I'm right in the side of the dog. I try not to hover over the dog. And come on, girl. Oh, sorry. Go this way. And I'm gonna clip this, and I'll show you outside. So now this is where I pretend like I'm gonna jump out of a plane with a parachute. This is my last chance to check this gear to make sure nothing is worn, everything is clicked in place before we jump out of a plane. That's my whole mentality. And I'm gonna get the dog out. I'm gonna secure one here and one here. And then what I do is I shorten up my leash. Now, whereas before you needed to open it this way, going out, since you already have your dog, now this is, you can open it out. What I like to do is I like to shut the gate so the pigeons don't go in there and take a bath in the water. And then another thing you want to do, I want to shorten up because I want to check to see, is anyone coming out with another dog, so that they're not muzzle to muzzle and surprise each other, because sometimes that's what could happen. They startle each other and they can get in a fight. So I'm just checking, make sure no one's going out. If someone is right by you, about to go out, you guys talk to each other. Hey, Lisa, I'm taking out Myra. You want to go first or me? One or the other. Just communicate. Once we're out, I'm pretty much keeping my dogs until we're out. I'm staying away from all the other kennels so they don't fence fight. A lot of times there's going to be dogs in the overflow kennels. If you're too close, they end up fence fighting. So I'm taking a wide berth, and I'm checking on my blind spots.
She's elderly. Brooke. Hi, sweetie. This is Kim. Kim, this is Jay. She's the one.
Sometimes dogs are coming out this way, so I want to stay clear of this door so that they're not, again, muzzle to muzzle. I'm always keeping my leash short. Now I'm thinking, I want to see if there's someone bringing a dog this way. Sometimes you have folks coming out with this deck. We have a play yard over there. Sometimes someone's bringing in their dog back. And this is a blind spot, so I'm trying to stay away from corners so I have a wide angle so I can see everywhere that I'm going. Take you over to the front gate over here. So again, I'm still keeping my leash short because sometimes now and then there's a cat underneath the car, feral cat, and they go after them. So I just want to have control of my dog until we're out off premise. This is our parking lot gate. At some point we'll give you the code. I'm going to punch it in right now. The important thing about this gate, there's some heavy wheels right there. So I'm always making sure my dog is well away from this wheel because it's very heavy, and if they get too close and get their paws under there, they can actually break their paw. This will shut on its own, this gate, but I always like to shut it behind me. Typically, after a while, it will automatically shut, but I like to shut it behind me. So, want to go on the walk? I just want to give you a little close-up on how to properly gear up your dog. Again, we have two pieces of equipment. You got your martingale collar, and what it is, it's like a flat collar, except it tightens when the dog pulls on it and it loosens up when they're not pulling on it. So first thing you want to do is you want to put on the martingale collar. And again, I try not to, even though all the dogs know me, I know all the dogs, I could hover over them, but I pretend like, I just try to be as least intimidating as possible. So rather than hovering over them, I like to be on their side and then click from the side like this. So again, nothing intimidating. I'm right here, I'm not hovering. And the added benefit is if she's a kisser and sneaks one, I have my hand to kind of block it rather than hovering and getting hard hit with a kiss. So check it, pet her, there's no rush. And then this is the harness, and how I know how to put this on, at least for me. This thing in here is pointing in. This thing right here is pointing in towards the dog. So if it was like this and pointing out, it's the wrong way. So it's pointing in towards the dog. And then what you want to do is the ring is typically down here. Once I know where it needs to clip, I'm going to be on this side. And notice I'm not hovering. I have my hand going underneath. You want to go over here? You see this? Over here, Myra. Over here, Myra. So this is where it clicks. So I go underneath the dog, click it, and again, she wants to kiss me. I have this, and again, I'm not hovering. And if it was to click this way, I'm going to have my body on this side. So what you're going to do then is you're going to take your leash. You're going to click the harness ring, and then you're going to click the harness, the martingale ring as well. Have them both together. Sorry, girl. So they're both clicked like that. However, I have this thing. It's my little safety mechanism. You can get this at Amazon, and what it is it's just a safety, sort of a safety clip. So what happens is, if this should come off, I have this, and vice versa. If this should come off, this is still on. And I like it too because if you did not have this, these things are kind of bunched together, and all of a sudden this is always tight on their neck. So I like to have this thing, and it's nice and comfortable, and it's my safety net.
Now,
So we just left the gate, the parking lot gate. So again, what I'm trying to do, if this truck wasn't here, The gate's there. I'm coming out this way. And if you'll see, I'm always looking at corners. So there could be somebody bringing back a dog that I can't see. So whenever I see a corner, I'm coming out so they can see me and I can see them. So this is my little nickname for this little area here. I call it the track. And it's a great place for new people, new volunteers to get to learn their dog because you can see everything ahead of you. You're not out in the street where there's cars going in and out. Now we are on a weekend today. I only come here on the weekends and there's no cars here, but on the weekdays, there may be some trucks coming out of that Hewitt construction. But regardless, it's still, generally speaking, a good place to go learn your dog and walk in a nice kind of quiet spot. When I'm on this side of that stop sign over there, this is the first half of the track. I'm staying on this side right here because if you look over there, there's gonna be we pulled out a lot of the weeds, but there's weeds and things here, foxtails, which could be really, really damaging to dogs if it gets in their ears or up their nose or in their mouth. One dog we had actually went up their butt, so it took surgery. So I'm trying to stay, when I'm on this side of the track, I'm trying to stay away from, I go to this half, this side, rather than all the way It's kind of better out here than in their kennel. Again, you want to make sure you always have your poop bag. This area right here, there's a lot of dog smells here because they pee and poop here.
Yeah.
So it kind of triggers them to go, which is great. Again, we'd rather see them going out here than in their kennel. Also, you want to look at their poop. Make sure that there's, ideally there should be solid, that there's no worms or anything in there. Otherwise, we have a medical board that we can fill things out. Now, we have another dog right there. Let's pretend like if Myra needed to go pee, if she was going poop right here, instead of me just picking up that poop, I'm always looking around. Is there a dog coming by or anything like that? Because the last thing I want to do is be picking up poop, a dog is coming by, and then my dog just jerks over there, and then I twist my back. So I'm just always aware before I pick stuff up. And then, so this side here is the public side of this track. By the way, in the summertime, there's going to come a time in the summer where this is just going to be too hot. If you feel it and it's too hot to keep your hand there, at least you want to go over here. If you feel your hand on there, you can't keep it on there for more than a few seconds without it hurting. It's too hot for the dog's pads. You really shouldn't be walking on that. Feel free now and then in between your walks. You can always stop, pet your dog. There's no rush. This girl's a marker. Girly. Hi, girly. Girl. Okay. Girl. So that side of the track after this stop sign, that's actually their property.
Okay.
So again,
Hi.
good. So we always want to have a poop bag so we keep it.
Sure, of course.
And then if you notice, on this side of the track, now there's all these weeds and whatnot here. So I like to walk my dog on the other side over there. Trying to keep away from all these weeds and possible foxtails or raccoon poop. Go on this side. It's nice and clear. Again, there's a lot of smells here, so it kind of triggers them to go pee and poop.
Right.
Myra's kind of an older dog, so even though she doesn't know she's old or care that she's older, if you wanted, again, during certain parts of my walk, I just might stop and pet them. There's no rush. pan over there, you'll see the stop sign. Past this second stop sign, we can never go past there because that's where all the heavy equipment are. But in this area right here, again, it's Kiewit's property, and they're nice enough to let us use this area to walk. So we want to make sure we have our poop bags and just keep everything clean. And if someone should forget and pick something up, or maybe they ran out of a poop bag and you see some poop there, just pick it up on your own. So again, past this one here, you don't want to ever go in that area.
Okay.
So kind of walk over here. Trees to go smell with the interesting smells. Hey. I'll pretty much walk them around here. Again, I'm staying away from the weeds. I let them sniff the trees though. Bunch of weeds over there. Now I'm kind of going to head on over this way so I'm not walking through there. Where they get into foxtails or eat cat food.
Okay.
So yeah, this is what I call the track again. When I was new, I liked walking my dogs here rather than going out onto the street. I'll shoot a little video with our little street path, but or street route. But this one here, when I was new, I liked it because it was nice and quiet. I could see everything in front of me. But if you should have a dog that's, let's just say it's a husky and they got a lot of energy, you don't have to go through here just once. You can go two or three times if this is all where you want to walk your dogs. So but it's a great spot to learn your dog and them to learn you. So we're back at the parking lot gate for the premises. Again, we got a code that only goes to the volunteers, the people that work here. We do have some community service people that are here for traffic violations. We don't give the code to them or to the public. So again, you see the wheel, it's opening. I keep my dog well away from those wheels. They have no concept of those wheels. It's heavy metal, and if they should get their paws stuck under there, it's gonna run it right over and it could really, really hurt them. So make sure you're away from these wheels. And then again, this gate will close on its own automatically, but I like to shut it behind me. And over there, you're going to see a couple of play yards. What I like to do when I was new is I give them a little bit of walk on the track, and then I want to give them a little bit of love in the play yard. Some of the dogs, they resource guard their toys, so we kind of, for this play yard here, we have no toys in there. We kind of identify which dogs live along with each other. But we also try not to have them meet at the fence. Sometimes for some dogs it triggers them to fence fight. But anyone's welcome to use these play yards, kind of first come first serve. And when you're not using them, leave the gates open when you are not using them, because we found that if a dog escapes, they tend to go into the play yard and it's easy for us to corral them. Again, once I'm back here, I'm shortening up my leash again, just so I have control of my dog. I kind of keep them away from cars so they don't accidentally jump on a car and scratch some person's car. Sometimes there's a cat under there. Over there under the car. And then my whole mentality when I'm bringing my dog back now is I'm looking at all my blind spots again. They look yummy. Let's see here.
It's yummy?
Her back. I need to go see that guy.
Okay, yeah. Is it going to be here for a minute?
You gonna be there for a minute? I'm just gonna put her away.
Okay.
A little video.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I'm about to cry. Yummy. I love Yummy. I know you love Yummy. Okay.
I'm shortening up my leash. I'm looking at all my blind spots because the dog walker can be coming from any angle with the dog. Through there. We have another play yard over there. We used to have a small dog walker that would take her small dogs through here, and If you notice again, I'm nice and short on my leash. I'm watching this. Once I clear there, I'm now watching this blind angle right here. We have dogs that could be in these overflow kennels, so I want to stay away from there so they're not fence fighting. Come on, Ellie. Come on, little mama. Again, I'm kind of staying away from the other dogs over here. And once I bring her in, you can come closer. It's going to have you here. Right?
Yes.
Be here. Again, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this and always get in the habit of putting this in there. Wow, she's hungry. What you can do at this point, you can unclip your leash. You can take off the martingale one at a time, take off the harness. But what I like to do, I like to keep my leash on actually. Go ahead and unclip the martingale collar, unclip the leash. And so if you leave your leash, unclip the harness. So if you leave your leash on, you can pull everything out all at once, nice and easy. So right here, a couple of things you could do. Again, you're gonna have your hands full here. If you wanted, you can kind of throw your leash out, but I'll just stuck it like this. So what I'm gonna do again, I always like to see where my dog is, and in one motion I'm like this. And again, same thing. My body's here. Both hands are always doing something. I'm grabbing. I'm holding onto the fence. One is at the post. My body's here. And if you notice, I'm not putting this yet. So I get it like this. It's nice and solid. They can jump all they want. I have control. Once I have control, I'll go ahead and put this. My body's still here. Put this. Lock it. And then check it a couple times. Make sure it actually locks. Good girl. And then you want to go ahead and put their deer. When you put their deer away, we used to put it in their pouch here, but now there's a basket that's here. And just always tuck everything in. Don't leave any deer in there. They're gonna end up eating it or chewing it. That's it. She doesn't know about you. She doesn't know about you. I see what you eat at home. You eat better than me. What a good boy.